Today, I wish to explain the theory concept from a chapter of dissolution of a partnership firm. The theory concept that I want to take care of is how to prepare realization account. Now, what is realization account? At the time of dissolution of a partnership firm, all assets are realized, all liabilities are settled. We are interested in finding out the profit or loss on realization of asset and profit or loss on settlement of liability. To find out this net figure of profit on realization of asset and settlement of liability, we prepare realization account. Now in this realization account that we prepare, it is the final accounts that we prepare for dissolving the partnership firm. Now observe how it's being done. This is my realization account, this is debit side, this is credit side. Now step 1 for preparing realization account. Observe on the screen. When the assets accounts are closed and transferred to the realization account, in the event of dissolution of a partnership firm, book value of all the assets except cash and bank account are transferred to the debit side of realization account as given in the balance sheet, and respective assets are credited and closed. For that, accounting entry will be as follows. Now first step, assets to be realized are transferred to the debit side of realization account. By that, what happens? All the assets account balance is given in the balance sheet or in the ledger gets closed. The journal entry for that, observe it. Realization account debit to goodwill account credit, to land and building account credit, to furniture account credit, to plant and machinery account credit, to investment account credit, to debtors account credit, to other assets, any name of the asset that is there in the balance sheet. So all the assets given in the balance sheet, which are known as recorded asset, all these balance sheet assets are transferred to the debit side of realization account, that too at the book value. Notice it, book value has to be transferred, and when you transfer the book value, all assets account gets closed. Now let me go for ledger posting of it. Realization account debit to this assets account credit. All the assets are recorded in the inner column, total is brought forward in the outer column. Now cash and bank balance, though it's an asset, is not transferred to the debit side of realization account. That balance is to be recorded in cash and bank account as balance brought forward. Separate cash and bank account is prepared when the cash and bank balance is not transferred to realization account and is recorded as balance brought forward. This is how step number 1 is taken care of. Now next. When accounts of provisions as given in the balance sheet are closed and transferred to the credit side of realization account at the book value. Now the assets are there. There are provisions against assets just like bad debt reserve, investment fluctuation fund. All those provisions against the asset are also transferred to the realization account. The provision against asset holds a credit balance and those credit balance are to be closed and is to be transferred to realization account. So realization account gets credited for such provisions against asset. This is the accounting entry. Bad debt reserve account debit, investment fluctuation fund account debit, depreciation provision or depreciation fund account debit, joint life policy reserve account debit, discount reserve on debtors or discount reserve on bills receivable account debit to realization account credit. These provisions are the provisions against asset. They are not the liabilities of the partnership firm, and when they are not the liabilities of a partnership firm, they are not redeemable. They are not to be paid in cash, as these are not the liabilities. Now let me go for the ledger posting of this transfer of provisions against assets to the credit side of realization account. So all these provisions against these assets are credited here in realization account. Since the provision which are made for the assets are not the liabilities of the firm, payment is not made for that. This is an important point that you should remember. Next. When liabilities accounts as given in the balance sheet are closed and transferred to the credit side of realization account. Now balance sheet asset side is taken care of. All assets are debited to realization account. Provision there against credited to realization account. We have opened cash and bank account where the balance brought forward is recorded. Still there may be one thing, debit balance of profit and loss account. How to deal with it? That we shall consider after a few minutes. But at present, let me transfer first of all liabilities to be settled to the credit side of realization account. When you transfer all liabilities, partner's loan has a status other than outside liability. So partner's loan to a firm is not transferred to the credit side of realization account, but separate account is open for that. Similarly, partner's current account and partner's capital account is not the liability of partners, so we shall prepare a separate account for partner's capital account and partner's current account. Observe it now. The accounting entry for transfer of liabilities is creditors, bills payable. These are the liabilities. This liabilities has a credit balance. This credit balance are to be closed. So liabilities accounts are to be debited. After debiting liabilities account, they are credited to realization account. So the journal entry is creditors account debit, bills payable account debit, bank overdraft account debit, provident fund account debit, workman profit sharing fund account debit, outstanding expense account debit to realization account credit. Separate partners capital account, current accounts and partners loan accounts are prepared where the balance given in the balance sheet are recorded. Now let me go for the posting of it. So realization account is credited for all the liabilities transferred to the credit side of realization account which is intended to be settled, which is intended to be paid out. So what is the first step? Transfer all assets given in the balance sheet at book value to the debit side of realization account. Transfer to the credit side of realization account all provisions against assets. Transfer all liabilities to be settled to the credit side of realization account. Separate accounts are prepared for cash and bank account. For cash and bank, separate account is prepared. For partners capital account and current account, separate account is prepared. And for partners loan account, separate account is prepared. This much we have considered so far. Now look at the next step. This is how capital balance and the current accounts are opened and the balance is brought down. Accumulated reserves and the balance of undistributed profit and loss account shown in the balance sheet. Now on balance sheet liability side, if there is a general reserve, or if there is a capital reserve, or if there is a workman compensation fund without liability, or there is a credit balance of profit and loss account, all are undistributed profit disclosed in the balance sheet. All those undistributed profits are distributed amongst partners in the ratio of their profit sharing. When the undistributed profits are distributed to the partners, partners' capital account gets credited. For accumulated reserves and credit balance of profit and loss account, the accounting entry is general reserve account debit, workman accident compensation fund without liability account debit, profit and loss account debit to partners capital account debit. Now I will write on the credit side of partners capital account the distribution of all undistributed profits as given in the balance sheet. This is how undistributed profits are distributed. Now next. For debit balance of profit and loss account, as I told to you before a couple of minutes, what to do with the debit balance of profit and loss account that appears on the asset side of the balance sheet. That debit balance is an undistributed loss, and that undistributed loss is distributed amongst partners, means debited to the capital accounts of the partners in the ratio of their profit sharing. Journal entry for that is partners capital account debit to profit and loss account credit. Here partners capital account is debited with the debit balance of profit and loss account. When there is a debit balance, there would be credit balance. So I have removed credit balance from the credit side of the capital account of the partner. I have recorded profit and loss account debit balance in view of that as a substitute to it. Next, when assets are realized. Now assets to be realized are debited. Provision thereagainst as given in balance sheet are credited. Now assets are to be realized. What do you mean by realization of asset? The realization of asset has got three aspects. One, asset sold for cash. Asset gets realized. Asset is taken by a partner at an agreed value. Asset is said to have been realized. When the asset is given for payment of liability of a firm, asset is said to have been realized. So, assets realized has got three aspects. One, asset sold for cash. Second, asset taken by a partner at an agreed value. Third, asset given for payment of liability. Now when we want to realize the asset, we realize all assets of the partnership firm. All assets means all recorded asset means asset given in the balance sheet are realized, and also unrecorded asset means assets not given in the balance sheet, but these assets of which the partnership firm is the owner. Those unrecorded, not disclosed in the balance sheet, are also realized, and the realized value of those unrecorded assets is also recorded. Now when you realize unrecorded asset, then also there are three options. Unrecorded asset sold for cash, unrecorded asset taken by a partner, unrecorded asset given for payment of liability. So when you realize the asset, we realize all recorded and unrecorded asset, meaning thereby asset given in the balance sheet are realized as well as assets not given in the balance sheet of which the partnership firm is the owner is also realized. Realization has got three aspects. One, asset sold for cash, asset taken by a partner at an agreed value, asset given for payment of liability. How that has been, how all the three aspects are considered while preparing realization account, that I want to take care of now. Observe on the screen. When assets are sold, the actual realization is credited to the realization account. Its accounting entry is cash or bank account debit to realization account credit. When the asset is taken by a partner, the accounting entry will be passed at a taken over price at an agreed value. Partner is the receiver of the asset. Partner's capital account is to be debited. So partner's capital account debit to realization account credit. One important point to be noticed: when no information is available about the realization of an asset shown in the balance sheet, in such cases, in such event, the book value will be treated as the realized value or realization value. So when you are given the realized value of assets, but a real asset that is there of which the partnership firm is owner, and you are not given its realized value in the sum, then you have to presume that the book value is realized. But that principle should not be applied to goodwill, patent, etc. But assets like goodwill, patent, copyright, trademark are shown in the books, and if the realization value is not given to you in the sum, in this case, zero value will be considered, or zero value will be considered means it has realized nothing. And when nothing is realized, you cannot write the entry. So, one asset sold for cash, second asset taken by a partner at an agreed value, now asset given for payment of liability. When asset is given for payment of liability, we don't write any entry. Why? This is the book value of asset. This is the liability. The realized value is to be credited here. The settled value is to be debited here. When the asset is given for payment of liability, two things occurs at a time. One, asset is realized and liabilities are settled. When liabilities are settled, realization account is debited. When the asset is realized, realization account is to be credited. So when the asset is given for payment of liability, even if you want to write out the entry under such situation, what is the entry? Realization account debit to realization account credit. Better we may not write the entry. When creditor is given any asset against his dues, means asset is given for payment of liability. Since the creditors and the assets are already transferred from the balance sheet to the realization account, no accounting entry is required either for realization of asset or payment or settlement of liability. Very important point. Asset given for payment of liability, no entry. Why? Because the realized value of the assets are credited to realization account and the settlement value of the liability is debited to realization account. So we can't go for debit and credit to the same account for one adjustment entry, one transaction. So better we will not write the entry. Very important point. In the case of realization of unrecorded asset, realization account will be credited. So there is no difference in accounting for realization of asset which is given in the balance sheet or not given in the balance sheet. Or asset may be recorded or unrecorded. In both the situation, when the realization of asset takes place, out of any of the three modes, which are the three modes? Asset sold for cash, asset taken by a partner, asset given for liability. In all the three situations, even if the unrecorded asset is realized in any of the three situations, there is no difference in journal entry. When the asset is sold for cash, cash to realization. When the asset is taken by a partner, partner's capital account debit to realization account. When the asset is given for payment of liability, no entry. May it be an unrecorded asset, the style of writing the entry is same, no change. That's an important point to be observed. Next. Now, ledger posting. cash account debit to realization. All these assets are realized. The realized value is recorded here. Now let me give you few illustrations. Suppose that book value, balance sheet value of the plant and machinery is 50,000. The depreciation for provision or fund exists. There against is 10,000. Suppose that plant and machinery is 50,000. 10,000 is the depreciation provision against. There against depreciation provision exists 10,000. And plant and machinery realized 45,000. This is the actual transaction. Book value 50 minus 10 provision. So less depreciation value 50 minus 10 40. 40 realized 45. How much is the gain? 5,000 is the gain. That 5,000 gain is reported, disclosed, demonstrated by this realization account by way of difference between 45 plus 10, 55 minus 50. This is how gain of 5,000 is automatically gets accounted for by preparing the realization account in a manner described so far. Let me take one more illustration. Suppose that investments are 40,000. Investment fluctuation fund is 5,000. So what is the book value of investment? 40 minus 5, 35,000 is the book value. Now investment realized 32,000. What is the book value? 40 minus 5, 35. What is the realized value? 32,000. How much is the loss? 3,000 is the loss. So 3,000 loss is automatically accounted for 40,000 debit minus 32 plus 5, 37 credit. So 40 minus 37, 3,000 is the loss, automatically got debited to realization account. This is how the profit or loss on realization of assets is being taken care of or accounted for by preparing realization account. Let me take one more illustration. Debtors are 35,000. Bad debt reserve against that is 5,000. So realizable value of debtors as per balance sheet 30,000. How much amount realized? 33,000. 3,000 is the gain. So 35 is debit. 33 and 5, 38 is the credit. 38 credit, 35 debit. How much is the gain? Gain is 3,000. That has been automatically accounted for by preparing a realization account in a manner described so far. Now partner has taken the asset. So partner is the receiver, debit the reserve, partner's capital account debit to realization account credit. So realization account is credited for the asset taken by a partner. This amount gets debited to partner's capital account. This is by partner's capital account. When asset is taken by a partner, partner's capital account is to be debited. Here I have debited C's capital account, presuming that the asset is taken by C. Here the amount to be debited is not the book value, but the agreed value. So the agreed value will be debited to C's capital account and the agreed value gets credited to realization account. That is known as realized value. Asset given for payment of liability, no entry. Now next. When liabilities are settled, how the liabilities of the partnership firm could be settled? The settlement of liability has got three aspects. Cash paid for liability, one aspect. Partner assumes the liability of the firm. Partner agrees to pay the liability of the firm. That is the second mode of disposal of liability. And third mode of disposal of liability that has been explained just before few minutes. Asset given for payment of liability. When the asset is given for payment of liability, the liability gets settled. This is the third mode of settlement of liability which we have already discussed. Now settlement of liability left with two modes. Cash paid for payment of liability and second, partner takes the liability. When cash is paid, what happens? Cash goes out, cash account is to be credited and the realization account is to be debited. because all the liabilities to be settled are already credited to realization account. So when you pay the liability account debit to cash account, that is not the right entry. The right entry is realization account debit to cash account. When firm's liability are paid in cash, when the realization account is debited, its accounting entry will be as follows: realization account debit to cash account. But when partner pays the liability or accepts to pay the liability, for that the accounting entry is realization account debit to partner's capital account credit. When partner takes the liability, partner is not a receiver, but partner is a giver to a firm. And when the partner is a giver, partner's capital account is to be credited. So realization account debit to partner's capital account. When no information is available for the payment of the liability shown in the books, in such an event, the liabilities will be paid at the book value and the accounting entry will be passed realization account debit to cash account. In case of payment of unrecorded liability, the realization account will be debited. So far as the accounting of payment of unrecorded liability is concerned, there is no difference in accounting. Unrecorded liability paid in cash, realization to cash. Unrecorded liability assumed by a partner, realization account debit to partner's capital account credit. Unrecorded liability paid by giving either recorded asset or unrecorded asset, in both the situation, no entry. So there is no difference in accounting for settlement of unrecorded liability. But you have, if the settlement of unrecorded liability has taken place, you have to write the entry exactly in the same manner, the entry that you write for settlement of recorded liability. Ledger posting. Realization account debit to cash account credit. All these liabilities are paid. Here the settlement value is to be recorded. Now observe. Let me explain. Creditors were 45,000. They are paid cash 42,000. So this is the book value of creditors. This is the settlement value of 42,000. So liability of 45,000 settled by payment of 42,000. What has happened? There is a gain of 3,000. Gains are to be credited. Don't you find that 3,000 gain is automatically credited to the realization account? Because 45 minus 42, 3,000 is the gain automatically accounted for in this realization account. Another illustration. My bank overdraft liability is 30,000. Amount paid for bank settlement of bank overdraft 32,000 may be for interest or any sums of things. So liability of 30,000 paid, settled, satisfied by giving 32,000. How much is the loss? 2,000 is the loss. Now 32,000 debit, 30,000 credit. Difference is 2,000, that is loss, automatically debited to realization account and accounted for. This is how profit or loss on settlement of liability is taken care of by the mode of preparing realization account that has been explained to you so far. Now, liability is assumed by a partner. Realization account debit to partner's capital account credit. So partner's capital account is credited for the liability assumed. This is how the ledger posting is done. Here the value that you record is the agreed value of the liability which is being settled. Now next point. Dissolution expenses. Expenses incurred to dissolve the firm are known as dissolution expenses. Now for this dissolution expenses, there are 1. What occurs normally with dissolution expenses? It is an expense of the firm paid by the firm. That is a normal figure. expenses borne by the firm, paid by the firm. That is the implication of the statement that I have explained. When the dissolution expense is borne by the firm and paid by the firm, entry is realization account debit to cash account. When the dissolution expenses are borne by the firm but paid by the partner, then the expense of the firm is paid by the partner. Partner is the giver. Journal entry is realization account debit to partner's capital account credit. Now third. Now one of the partners said that yes, I shoulder the responsibility of all dissolution expenses is on the firm. And such expenses are shouldered by a partner and the partner pays himself. Then no entry in the books of the firm. But what happens sometimes? Partner assumes a liability and instead of the payment is made by the partner, partnership firm pays on behalf of the partner. In such situation, the journal entry is firm pays on behalf of the partner. Partner is the receiver. Partner's capital account debit to cash account. So these are the four options for accounting of dissolution expenses. Observe that. When dissolution expenses are paid and borne by the firm, realization account debit to cash account credit. This is normally occurs. The realization expenses are paid by the firm. Realization account debit to cash account credit or bank account credit. Second situation. When any partner accepts a liability to carry out the dissolution process, in case of dissolution expenses borne by a partner who has accepted the liability and paid these expenses from his personal assets, in that case, no accounting entry is required in the books of the firm because the expense is borne by a partner, paid by a partner. When the expense is to be borne by a partner, it is not the expense of the firm need to be debited to realization account. So in such situation, there is no entry. But when firm pays a compensation to a partner against acceptance of this liability, then the entry to be recorded realization account debit to cash account. Suppose that firm says to a partner, shoulder the responsibility of dissolution. Partnership firm will pay you 5,000. Even if the expenses are more, you have to suffer. Even if the expenses are less, you have to enjoy. So partnership firm has decided to pay fixed amount 5,000 for dissolution work to a specific partner. Then also, a specific amount is borne by a partnership firm 5,000 and that amount is payable to a partner. So what is the entry for that? Realization account debit to partner's capital account credit. If the payment of the dissolution expense is paid by the firm, instead of partner who accepts the liability, then the accounting entry is partner's capital account debit to cash and bank account. Now see, how many options we suggested? Dissolution expenses borne by the firm, paid by the firm. What is the entry? Realization account debit to cash account. Realization expenses borne by the firm, paid by the partner. Realization account debit to partner's capital account. Realization expenses borne by the partner, paid by the partner, no entry. Realization expenses borne by a partner, paid by the firm, partner's capital account debit to cash account. Ledger posting. Realization account debit to partner's capital account credit. This is how ledger posting is made. Now next. When partner's loan is paid, partner's loan account debit to cash account. The difference in the outstanding amount in the payment, that is known as profit or loss on payment of loan, that gets transferred to realization account. If at all there be a profit, it is credited to realization account. Where there is a loss in payment of loan of a partner to the firm, that loss is debited to realization account. Notice it. When the balance of realization account is distributed to the partners in the profit and loss sharing ratio in case of profit, now assets transferred to realization account and realized, liabilities transferred to realization account and settled, resolution expenses paid. Now we want to find out the profit or loss on realization of asset and settlement of liability. If this realization account has a credit balance, then it's a profit. Credit balance means total of credit is more than total of debit, and that profit gets distributed amongst partners in the profit sharing ratio. The journal entry for the realization account debit to partners capital account. Notice, realization account debit to partners capital account credit. So profit distributed amongst partners in the profit sharing ratio. If it is a loss, the reverse is the case. Loss means excess of debit over credit. The loss will appear here and that will be debited to the partners capital account. In case of loss, partners capital account debit to realization account credit. So realization account is credited and partners capital account is debited with the loss. This is how profit, either profit or loss. Either profit or loss, both cannot occur at a time. If it is profit, partners capital account credit. If it is loss, partners capital account is to be debited. This is how profit or loss on realization of asset and settlement of liability is being accounted for. Now, when the partner's current account, now how many separate accounts that we have prepared? We have prepared over and above this realization account, we have prepared partners capital account, we have prepared cash and bank account, we have prepared partners loan account, we have prepared partners current account. The partners loan account is settled, that is done. Now here three accounts are left. With three accounts are left, partners capital account, partners current account, cash and bank account. Now I take the care. Now I want to take care of partners current account. Partners current account may have a debit balance or credit balance, whatever it may be. That has to be transferred to fixed capital account because the firm is to be closed down. There is no need to maintain separate fixed capital account and current capital account any long for future because there is no future for the firm. Firm is dissolved. So all the current account balances will be transferred to the capital accounts of the partners. In case of credit balance, partners current account debit to partners capital account, and in case of debit balance, partners capital account debit to current account. So this is how current account gets transferred to the capital account. Now, how many accounts are left? Only two accounts are left. Partners capital account and cash and bank account. Now, let us find out the balance of partners capital account. If it is a credit balance, partner will be paid. If it is a debit balance in partners capital account, the amount will be recovered from the partner. Now we want to write the entry for redemption of capital or recovery from partner against the debit balance of partner's capital account. Observe it. When partner's capital account are closed, when the closing balance of partner's capital account is a debit balance, he has to bring cash in the firm, cash account debit to partner's capital account credit. Debit balance means debit total is greater than credit total. Suppose that in case of C, this is the total. So this total will be recorded here. Difference is found out. This is a debit balance. This debit balance is to be recovered. So cash and bank account debit to partner's capital, C's capital account credit. So this debit balance is recovered. Now suppose that for A and B, there is a credit balance. So if it is a credit balance, we have to pay. When we pay the partner is the receiver, debit the receiver, partner's capital account debit to cash account credit. Now suppose this total is YZ, I write YZ. From YZ I will deduct these things. So I will get a credit balance that will be paid in cash. Similarly for B, total is XY. Here the total of credit minus total of debit, I get the credit balance that has been paid. So partner's capital account debit to cash account. These are the debit balance. These are the credit balance that has been paid. So when it is paid, partner's capital account debit to cash account. What happens to cash account now? If you are right for the accounting of all the transactions with precision, cash account is left with no balance. Cash account tallies the debit side of cash account and credit side of cash account. The total has to agree if you are right in accounting for all these transactions which has been explained so far. I think you have followed how the realization account gets prepared. You will find the application of same accounting entries and ledger posting while solving the sum. It will be repeated quite frequently while solving the sum. I think you have followed all these things. Thanks to all of you.